In this video, we'll see how to check the permissions in LWC directly without writing a Apex code. And this feature is pretty new. This feature introduced in summer 20. So let's see what all permission we can see. So in LWC, we can check two types of permission. First is user permission, second is the custom permission. And to check that, we need to import the scope modules. For user permission, we have to import @salesforce/user permission/permission name. Similarly, for your custom permission, your scope module name is @salesforce/custom permission/permission name. So let's go and create the component first. So I'm in my VS Code. I'll zoom it a little bit. And let's create the component. We'll say check permission demo. So now our component is created. And we need to import the first we'll talk about user permission. So we need to import the user permission. So for that, let's go to our org and first create a profile. New profile we're gonna create this time. So on the quick find, you can type profile. We'll create profile. So I'll say new profile. I'll take the clone of system administration and give this name permission check. Any name you can give. I'm giving permission check. I'll give P capital and I'll hit save. And now if you go down, there are few properties available. Like here we have admin permission, then we have user permissions. So based on that we can play around with it. So I'll go and edit the user permissions. So I'll click on edit and I'll search for view all data. And here if you see in the view all data, it's by default checked. I'll uncheck it for our new profile, that is permission check, and let's save it. So our new profile is ready. Our profile name is permission check. Let's assign this profile to a user. Just type users in the quick find, select users. Now we're gonna create a new user and I'll give the name of the user Nikhil demo and email nick@gmail.com. We'll select the role CFO. We'll take the user license Salesforce and we'll take the profile that we have created, that is permission check, and let's save this. And before that we can uncheck this generate new password and notified user immediately. Let's save this. And now if I look into the users, I have one user demo Nikhil, that is of profile permission check, and I have another user that is the admin user, and that's the default name I would say when we create the scratch org user, that is the system admin. So system admin has that view all permission, but when we logged in as Nikhil, it should not have that permission, right? And to log in as another user, we need to do some settings, and for that go to the quick find, click on login and type login and select login access policy. And here we need to enable this option which says administrator can log in as any user. So we'll hit save and now we'll come back to our VS Code, and here we're gonna type the code for the user permission, and the user permission that we are checking right now is the view all data. So first we need to import the user permission and I'll give the alias as view all data from @salesforce / user permission / view all data. So this is the API name, and if you are wondering how I will find out the API name, I'll tell you how you can find which all names are available. So once I have the access, I'll create a getter here. I'll say has view all data, and I'll say available. I'll give little bit bigger getter, sorry, and we'll return this value has view all data. So whenever the getter gets called from the HTML, it will return true or false. If undefined comes, it means it's false. Okay, so what we'll do here, we'll create quickly a card, and I'll give the title. I'll say user permission demo, and here I'll create a template that will check using if true directive that says has view all data available. If yes, print the data. Hooray, I have user permission. Similarly, I'll copy this below and make it false. If I don't have permission, I'll say oops, I don't have a user permission. Okay, so now whenever the component loads, it will call this user permission. If the logged in user has this permission, it will send us true, and it makes this text visible, otherwise this text will be visible. So let's deploy this, and before deploying we need to change the targets. So I'll make this quickly change expose to true. We need to set the targets. So target we already know, we are testing in the app page, and let's deploy this using the same command sfd exports :source :push. So now it's deployed, and let's go back to our org, and let's go to the setup, edit the page, and place our component. So let's search for our component name, check permission demo, and place in the top and hit save. Click back. So on the screen it's showing the wrong data. It means we don't have a permission, but ideally we already have the permission for an admin. So let's go to our code and quickly see are we doing correctly. So once the data comes, this is our getter name, and on the HTML we are mapping it wrongly. That's why we need to call the getter here in the if true. Let's deploy it again. So now it's deployed. Let's refresh the page, and now you can see, hooray, I have a user permission because I have logged in as admin. So let's go to setup again and change the profile. Means that let's logged in as different user now. So we'll go to the users, and we logged in as Nikhil. I guess we created earlier a username Nikhil. So we'll log in as Nikhil. I'll say login. So now we are logged in as different user that don't have any permissions for that view data. And let's go back to our page, and now you can see it's showing oops, I don't have a user permission. So we logged in as Nikhil demo user, and that doesn't have the permission. So this is how you use the user permission. And just to tell you how you can find this API name, you can go to your developer console, and for that we need to log in as admin. So we'll just log out. I already logged out. Now let me log in again. For that, the easiest way is to click this icon again and click on this. It will log in again. So now you see it's opening the instance correctly. I'll go to the app again, 0 to hero. And now if I logged in as an admin, now you can see I have a permission again. And just to check the API name, click on the gear icon, go to the developer console, and here we'll go to the profiles APIs. So click on the files, click on open, select the objects. Here you can search profile and select this or double click this. It will open all the names and you can search, or you can see all the names are here after the permissions. So our name was view all data. So you can see here, I'll zoom it a little bit. So view all data, you can see this is our API name. You can use any API name that's available here and by which you can test all the permissions, user permissions. Okay, so let's go back to our org and now create the custom permission. So I'll go to setup again. I'll go to custom permission. And I'll give this name. I'll click on new and I'll give a custom permission name, show details, show underscore details, and I'll save this. Now my custom permission is ready. I'll go to permission set. And on the permission set, we're gonna create new. And we'll say permission demo and hit save. And now once our permission set is created, we'll go to custom permissions and assign that custom permission that we have created, show details, to our permission set. So click on edit and from here select and click on the right arrow and move it to enable permission set column and hit save. Now you already assign the custom permission to the permission set. Now let's go to the manage assignment and let's assign this permission to the user and we'll say add assignment, and here we'll assign this to the default user. We'll say it as user. So we'll assign. So now the custom permission is assigned to the admin, and let's go to our VS Code and import that permission. So we'll say show details. So our this name can be anything because right now we are creating the alias. So I can say my permission, my custom permission, or I can write my custom permission, and from @salesforce slash, this time it's a custom permission scope module, and our name there is show underscore details. So this is our custom permission name. Here again we're gonna create the getter. I'll say has custom permission and I'll return the my custom permission, and in the HTML I copy paste the whole code and paste it another card. I'll say custom permission demo and take the getter name has custom permission and replace the getter, and in the text we'll say hooray, I have a custom permission, and oops, I don't have a custom permission. So let's deploy this and see if it's working or not. So you just need to give your custom permission name here and it will gives you true if you have the permission, and we already assigned this permission to the admin user. So we by default logged in as an admin user. Let's go and refresh the page. Now you can see I have logged in as a admin user, so you can able to see hooray, I have a custom permission. Now let's go and logged in as different user, I'll go to the setup and in quick find I'll type users. I logged in as the user that we have created. I logged in as Nikhil, and this time this user don't have that permission. So let's go to the respective page, and now you see in the custom permission demo also, oops, I don't have a custom permission to see that content basically. Okay, so this is how your permission checks works, and it's pretty simple. So you just need to give your custom permission name here. Here you need to give your user permission API name, and it will returns true if you have the permissions. If you don't have, it will return undefined. Basically undefined is a falsy value. Okay, so based on that you can check your permission. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video.